Hello everyone, let's try to have another solid mensuration problem. And this is our series number 6. Let us start solving a problem now. Our C word problem in this session is all about cube. Find the volume and total area of the largest cube of wood that can be cut from a log of circular cross section whose radius is 12.7 inches. Look at the figure I will show you below. As we can see now, the log in the form of a cylinder is having a radius in its circular plane section as 12.7 inches. Having the image of the top view of our given log, as we can see now, there is a small square inside a circular plane. And if we're going to cut this square into two equal segments, we can see now the diagonal having a dimension of d. And of course, since it is a square, sides are just equal, and we will just assume that each of them is having a dimension of a. And also, if we're going to take a review of our square inside this circle, as we can see now, after cutting it into two equal segments, we have actually formed an isosceles right triangle. It's an isosceles right triangle wherein its dimensions are leg 1 is equals to A, another leg is equal to A, and its diagonal or hypotenuse is having a dimension of D. A very important given is actually the radius of the log, which is equal to 12.7 inches. And if we are to calculate for the diameter of the log, we simply multiply the radius to 2. That's why d is equal to 2r. So the diameter of the log must be equal to 2 times 12.7 since the radius of the log is 12.7. We can then now calculate for the diameter of the log. The diameter of the log is equal to 2 times 12.7, and that is equal to 25.4 inches. Definitely, the diameter of the log is equal to 25.4 inches. We can then now proceed to the edge of a cube calculation by considering the right isosceles triangle I mentioned a while ago. By using the Pythagorean theorem process, since we have a right triangle, we can then have an equation of a square plus a square is equal to d square. By the way, in Pythagorean theorem, it was stated that the square of the hypotenuse is always equal to the sum of the square of its legs. Simplifying our equation becomes like this. 2a squared is equal to 25.4, then square. But why? A squared plus a squared is equal to 2a squared, and the value of the diameter of the log is 25.4. Substituting it to the equation a squared plus a squared is equal to d squared. And simplifying also again, I repeat, the two addends, a squared plus a squared, our equation will become 2a squared is equal to 25.4, then square. Simplifying the previous format of our equation, it will become like this. A squared is equal to 322.58. And extracting the square root of both sides, we can then have a final answer of A is equal to 17.96 inches. This only shows that each edge of our cube is having a measurement of 17.96 inches. We can then now move to volume calculation And the volume of the largest cube is equal to A cube. As we can see, we already have a value for A. All we have to do now is direct substitution. Our volume now is equal to 17.96 cube. And as we simplify, finally, the value of our volume is equal to 5,793.70 in cubic inches. Let us now convert our given volume or answer to cubic feet. In order to convert, let us not forget that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. For our conversion process, volume now is equal to 5,793.70 cubic inches times 1 cubic foot all over 12 raised to the third power. Finally, our volume in terms of cubic feet is 3.3528. We have actually calculated our volume in terms of cubic feet, assuming that it is the question being asked in the problem. Let us now proceed to the total surface area of the largest cube. The total surface area is equal to 6a squared. For our calculation, TSA is equal to 6 times the square of 17.96. Our total surface area now is equal to 1,935.48 square inches. Similarly, with our volume calculations, we have converted our volume to cubic feet. Now, by this time, we have to convert also our total surface area to square feet. In showing you our calculation, let us always remember that 1 foot is 12 inches. That is why our computation is equal to 1,935.48 square inches times 1 square feet all over 12 inches raised to the second power. Finally, our total surface area is equal to 13.441 square feet, and as I recall, our volume is equal to 3.3528 cubic feet. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.